Monday. I know you're really sick for a while. We'll talk about that in a minute, but this is Hot Unmuted with Hedrick and Ellis. You have to
Should I
say
talk?
something.
I don't want to talk. It's
I
early.
know it's Monday morning, and I don't even have any coffee near me. I do have my Wayground Stanley mug. So if you know that Quizzes changed from Quizzes to Wayground, and I had a Quizzes Stanley mug that honestly is like saving my life because I am the worst at drinking water. So when they switched over, I'm like, Kyle, I need a new Stanley. And he's like, okay, we'll figure that out. I'm like, but you can't give me a new one unless we're giving one away to others. Like, I can't be the only one. So just, if I can give a shameless plug, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, alicekeeler.com/newsletter, I am going to be giving away some of these Stanleys, but I really would like to have some coffee right now.
Yay, I love that. Actually, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because they told me that there's a t-shirt. They had some really cool t-shirts about not being quizzes and being way around. And I was like, oh my God, I want that one. And she said, here, just no, he's not going to get undressed. Yes, he has. Yeah, he's really built well, but no, he's not going to get undressed. Here's my card. Give me. Well, it was a conversation. We're like, let's just figure out the hottest team member and make him give us a shirt. Okay, it was a mixer.
Okay,
We were allowed to
today's
have fun,
episode is Hot Unfiltered. Hot
right? You know what?
Unfiltered.
If you have never been in a city where ISTE is or FETC is in the evening and seen teachers hang out, I mean, we deal with so much crap during the year that when we get together and we can just let our hair down, it's really, really fun.
Yeah. Okay, this is not going to YouTube right now. Why? Why is this not going to? It
It says we're live.
says we're live. So that's part of what we're talking about today. Is we do have a new platform, and I've abandoned StreamYard. They doubled the price or something weird. It was ridiculous. I'm like, I'm not paying that. $800 and something a year. And so I am now using Riverside, which has some really great advantages, but then also I have no idea what I'm doing. So, are we live streaming to YouTube? I don't know.
Okay, she's gonna figure that out, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna.
think we are. It's just not showing up on my. I don't know.
You figured it out, but this if we decided to use this as a great segue because this is literally what people are doing, what educators are doing across the nation with AI implementation. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I found this great new tool, and perhaps you were at ISTE a couple of weeks ago, and oh, I found this great new tool. I'm gonna use it now and develop some. I literally talked to a friend of mine. What have I said? Literally a bunch this morning.
It's
It's Monday.
okay.
Anyway,
It's
I have
still morning. It's
no
still
vocabulary.
early.
Yeah,
I'm
no
drinking water
vocabulary,
and
no
not
coffee,
coffee.
and I got the ISTE COVID, so that means
We'll get
my
into that
first
later.
the first thing that goes is my taste for coffee, which is really weird because then I have to
No,
like live only on my juice when I'm
unacceptable.
already reduced. I mean, only
All
on
right.
Anyway,
Focus, Hedrick. Focus.
okay,
Tools.
focus. I'm going
AI.
to remind me to tell you what focus means actually, but anyway, we'll go to that later. What we always do is we throw the tools, and it's not like it's anything new because we've done it with technology since we started using computers in classrooms. We throw things at teachers, at students, at educators, and we've got all this money to invest in let kindergartners use AI. Like, okay, why? And what are we gaining with that? So we have absolutely no structure. I know that this is
Wild
a word.
West.
Let's talk about the word scaffolding, people. Let's build some infrastructure. Let's find out who knows
Yeah.
things, who doesn't know things. Let's pair people together. Let's ensure that they have the infrastructure to use this new tool
Yeah.
in a way that actually promotes, oh my God, I'm going to say the L word, learning.
We are not talking about that anymore, as far as I can tell. So the only things that I see are AI. No one's talking DOK. No one's talking learning. No one's.
Go
I
back.
really
DOK, depth of knowledge for those
discouraged.
people who
Like,
don't know. Yeah, yeah.
did we master all of those things, and now we're ready to just move on to AI? Like, AI can help us with those things. Let's have those conversations. But AI should be in the context of what we know is good teaching and learning. So speaking of, there's something I'm really mad about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. I'll get to it. I'm going to stick to the order of the slides. So on this We're using a new platform, so I don't know how to make the slides go away and just show us. It just is what it is. I'm gonna play with it. Did you have a good time at ISTE, Hedrick?
I had an amazing time. I was actually there with an educator friend, an administrator, and teacher friend from Switzerland. And I say both of those things because in Switzerland, you're going to love this. In order to be an administrator, you have to continue teaching as well. So
Mm,
they simply reduce the number of classes you have so that
right.
you have
Wow.
capacity for both. But isn't that an amazing concept so that
This
you
is an
actually
amazing
know
concept.
what's going on in the trenches? And I
Right.
mean, I spent the last few years of my career at CMO, and I really think that everybody should do a rotation. I did it. I mean, I worked it out with my bosses to do a classroom rotation every single year, simply because you lose your edge, and you
Yeah.
can't administrate what you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
I
I said
went
it
to
out loud.
ISTE. I agree with you. That would be amazing. I feel like, with all these AI conversations, we shouldn't just be talking about how we can make faster worksheets, kill me now, but rather the conversation be like, how can we change our structures to allow people to have more time to do a really good job? So it's not just that, like, hey, let's just keep burning you out and you can just do more things with AI. Instead, I'm still on this bandwagon. Teachers need a minimum of 3 hours of paid time a day to do their teacher things. So I'll rant on that.
And most of
And
them
we
don't
should
get
be changing
60.
what the school day looks like. If it's still the same bells and the same, and we're just slapping AI in there, we're missing the points. Okay, so ISTE, I went for Coffee EDU. It was great. You were there.
I was
So
there. Yeah, it was great.
we had a lot of people. Thank you, Book Creator, for buying the coffee. And Book Creator had such a good time. They're also going to buy the coffee for Orlando.
Okay, wait. Stop. I want to know who was the cheerleader from Book Creator, because she was awesome.
Oh, Farmer Fobs?
The with the cowboy hat, and she was like, "Weehaw! Let's
Yeah,
do
that's
this,
Farmer
y'all!"
Fobs. That is Farmer Fobs. She is a hoot. She is
Yep,
a hoot. I
yep.
had to
And
go
not
on
only
after
that,
her at the Book Creator booth, and I had definitely less people at my session. She's super enthusiastic and engaging. And she told me, are you listening, Farmer Fobs? She told me she loves spreadsheets and she's really excited about us hanging out and having some spreadsheet time.
she loves spreadsheets.
She does. She does.
I love
Not.
that. Oh, now I'll tell you what else was cool about ISTE. I actually got to meld my Small Bites life and my Center for Outcomes Based Contracting life, because our team was there and they were on the Trailblazer stage, and actually they co-hosted a mixer with ISTE where we talked literally about tying. And then again, we throw tech at people, but we don't talk about how are we buying it. 67% of licenses going unused. We don't talk about any of those things. And the Center of OBC is doing some phenomenal work. Our team has tripled in size since this time last year,
Wow.
because states are saying, "What? We can actually tie public dollars to student outcomes?
You
What a
do?
novel idea. Tell me how."
Novel idea.
So if you do not know what outcomes-based contracting is yet, check them out.
Outcome based contracting. All right. COVID.
Oh yeah. 2 years ago, everybody at ISTE got
Everybody this
COVID.
year was at New
I did
Orleans.
not,
Everyone at New Orleans got COVID.
right?
I
But
did not get COVID. I could have sworn I had it. I even bought a test, but I came out negative. But my whole team, I was working with Schoolitics at the time. My whole team ended up getting COVID.
yeah,
Yeah,
both the
I
people that
didn't.
I spent, literally, we went in a car together, we went to dinner together, we hugged and kissed and said goodbye to go to the airport together, and I never got sick, but I did get it this time. So if you were
Mhm.
with me on the last night, well, you probably already had it by now anyway. So
Okay, so that would be why we canceled Hot Unmuted last week, because COVID's still around. So stay safe, wash your hands, friends. Don't share gum.
gum, is that a thing that you do? I mean,
No,
like,
no, I was being funny.
I mean, I've seen
Don't
people.
share your Wayground quizzes straws. How's that?
Okay, yeah, I can deal with
Speaking
that.
of,
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
have my pinata. I'm not smashing him. Now Kyle made me smash one at ISTE. So I got a picture of a smashed pinata. It was sad. I tried to hug it, but they made me punch it.
Yeah, no,
To be
no, but
fair, I wasn't the one that broke it open, but I did get it a couple of swings in before the next person
you know what? I
went
need
in.
to do that again. I've got a birthday coming up. I might consider a party now. I haven't
Woo!
done one since my kid was, I think we had a pinata when he was 4. I think 4 or 5, one of those. Anyway, irrelevant. So moving on, be careful with COVID. Remember that it's still out there and, be prepared.
All right, so I am really excited about I love Gemini. If anyone knows me, they know I love Gemini. I use it to the max. There's no limit on Gemini, and yet I hit this limit where it locks me out. It's a soft limit, and I've hit it multiple times. I love Gemini. I love it in my sidebar. I cannot live without it. So seeing Gemini in Google Classroom, I'm in. I love it. I love a lot of it. I don't love all of it. So they've got, the magic buttons, and that's great. So you go in, and that's free for everybody. So that's extra great. So if you are using Google Classroom, there's a Gemini tab on the side, and they have buttons that you can push for a lesson plan. The craft an engaging hook or something. It's not called engaging hook. Anyway, some sort of a hook, compelling hook, I think it says. Those are pretty good. They're pretty good. I was like, all right, that's helpful. And then just kind of like staring me in the face, like daring me to push it, is a button that says engaging worksheets. Oh, I can't wait. I have to push on this engaging worksheets button. And when I pushed on it, it gives an example of an engaging worksheet. And I've just about lost it, Hedrick. I just about lost it.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the words engaging and worksheet together.
I'm sorry.
Engaging in worksheets is like,
I know, that's an oxymoron
It's an oxymoron.
Oxymoron to begin with. And then secondly, what it showed was name, date, 6 times 7, 8 times 4, just number 1, 6 times 7. And then no space, no room to draw it. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? It's not that hard. When I go and I use AI, to make lesson plans or anything, you know what I do? I go to scisummary.com and I type in what I'm doing, and I go get research articles. I use it to help me find actual research articles, and I download them, and then I upload. So if you go into Google Gemini, just gemini.google.com, and ChatGPT has their own way to do this as well. So I go to Gemini, I click on gems on the left-hand side, explore gems, and I create a gem, and there's a plus button where I can add documents. So you can add your state standards, you could add your pacing guide, and you could add research articles. So here, do this. Go to scisummary.com, Google, I'm calling you out. Go to scisummary.com and download research articles about what actually makes learning engaging. I'll help you out. alicekeeler.com/engagement. That's a research article. Do you know what's not mentioned in the research article, Hedrick? You want to guess?
What?
Worksheets. Worksheets are just not on the list of what makes learning engaging. Multimedia does, and Google's got Google Vids and VO3 and lots of ways that they can make multimedia student engagement, but they've just chosen to make a math facts worksheet which covers 0 of the 8 mathematical practices, which almost every state requires. So it's complete garbage. So what they should do is actually download some research articles about what makes student engagement and upload it into Gemini and help build the prompt for how to make stuff that is, don't put the word engaging on it and then literally have 0 student engagement. That is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And to me, that just highlights our responsibility as educators. Corporations should not be driving the bus for what makes quality education. They shouldn't be, and they're not. They shouldn't be, and they're not. So who drives the bus of quality education is us. The buck stops here at our schools, at our district offices, at our coaches, is to say, okay, we have these tools, but we're going to start with research and strong pedagogy first. And then we're going to see how these tools can help us to do that. So I feel like some of it's just backwards, like engaging worksheet, lesson plan. Really? What's this lesson plan based on? What research was the
That's what we've
rubric
done.
tool created
That
out
is
of?
what
I'm
we've
going to
done
write
with
on this every
technology.
single week.
Alice, this is not even new. That's what we've done with technology, and we keep talking about not doing it with technology, and every time something new comes out, we
I
continue to
feel like
do
we've
it.
at least pretended in the past. I feel like we've at least pretended. This is just blatant, ooh, AI.
I mean,
I'm unamused. I'm
it's being
unamused in these
shoved down
emotions.
our
I am
throats.
unamused.
It's being shoved down our throats. And again, I just go back to saying, if you are in educational leadership and you are not actively ensuring that there is infrastructure and learning time connected with the people who are using AI and who are putting those tools in front of students, we are doing the next generation a disservice.
We are. We are absolutely doing them a disservice. So, that being said, I'm excited about a lot of things. I love to use AI. You should use it. Use gems. I love so many things. I'm not, obviously, I love technology. I feel like it can help, but I want to start our conversations with critical thinking, creativity, student engagement. What really is student engagement? You know, me and Heather Lyon. It's too early. Me and Heather Lyon wrote a book on student engagement using Google tools.
Mm-hmm.
But the premise in the book starts with, you know what? Google Classroom is boring. Google Docs is boring. Even Google Vids is boring because it's the content. The box is not engaging in and of itself. You have to design for student engagement. So here's all these tools, and then here is the concept of what makes student engagement, and here's how you do it with these tools. Like,
And let's talk about engagement. The big thing is, I think it's almost 70% of high school students surveyed have said that they find school irrelevant and boring.
yeah,
And so here's the deal. Why not simply start with who students are? You know, what
yeah,
you want to use Google Sites and have them design a website, a web page. If you want to know how, find me on the internet somewhere at any of those hedrick.com and at Hedrick
yeah,
places. And I will tell you, my students in sixth grade, they built a portfolio so that they could collect work. So no, I
yeah.
know I'm in a Texas school system, so people don't want to know, they don't want to talk about portfolios because we teach I mean, we prepare for the testing that happens, but having a portfolio of sixth grade all the way through 12th grade work, do you know how valuable that is to show growth, like for real, like all of the things that we talk about that we want to do with learning? So please,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
well, no, just use things that are relevant to your students.
Yeah.
And
No, they are. Okay.
guess
I've
what?
got a
Guess what
tip.
the best thing to do to find out what's relevant to your students? Watch this. Hey, Alice, 12th grader, how are you? Miss Nichols would love to know what's relevant to you. Oh my
Good.
God.
No, I'm gonna yes and that because first of all, you should absolutely talk to their face, 100%. Okay, but give them a Google form. Give them a Google form. Ask them some questions. What do you like? What are you into? What are you interested in? Now that goes to a spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet.
Down. You don't have to download it. Now go to gemini.google.com and create your gem. Like these are the things that I do for my lesson plans, right? So for me, I want it to be student centered. I want a 5E's lesson plan model. I want some sort of engagement activity where the students are engaged in critical thinking and they are talking and discussing before I talk. And by the way, link to the spreadsheet. These are the things my students are interested in so that when it makes a lesson plan, it builds it on the students I actually have.
And wait, let's take it a step further. Then you take that and you say, this is my seventh grade class or my sixth period class. Can you do this same lesson plan with modifications that are
Yeah.
possible to use? Because we don't have that much time, that I can actually
Right.
integrate for that class. And you can modify it for each class. It's literally possible. I swear it is.
I mean, to me, that's the magic of AI. We're talking about AI is to do that myself would be very difficult. To create those differentiations, the level text, to adjust like, my first period class loves Roblox, but my seventh period class loves Minecraft. Like I can't make a lesson for everybody all the time, and nor will I. But I can reasonably, as you said, put in here like, here's first period, here's second period, here's third period, here's what their survey results say. Give me a summary for each student. And then when I'm building, like, how would I modify this lesson using, having a conversation with AI for my seventh period class that's different than my first period class? That's reasonable. It's actually reasonable. It elevates what's possible, which is really exciting. Which is why
That's
I
exciting. What's
here's the cool
possible?
thing.
And here's the deal. I know that everybody's not there with AI yet, and we're at time, but I just want to say, let's say you're not. Then put in Google the word cloud and do all the, I'm sure that everybody can do a Google form, or let's say you just ask
Word cloud
students.
and Canva, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
you can do, and then have them put together what are you interested in, and then by looking at the word cloud, you can see which words are bigger, which words are smaller, and that will still give you that much. All right, we're at time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next week. But the last thing I want to say is sharing gems is coming, and those are going to be my favorite magic buttons because we make them ourselves and they are personalized. Okay. Bye, friends. Have a great week. I'll see you next Monday.